Yes, hello, Mary Meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today, of course, is the 29th of the month of October. And you will know that Halloween is on Tuesday of this month. I don't know if we're going to do anything for Halloween or not, but I thought we would talk about some stuff tonight. And an interactive chat. One of the things I want to cover is any questions that you have. And I'm sure you've got questions. You always do. Everybody has questions once in a while. I know I started a little early. I decided as well, right? After all, you get a chance to watch this in reruns. So let's go to the questions page and see if anybody has actually put any in to start with. So let's make sure I get the right page here. There we go. Share. By the way, this network is brought to you by T-Mobile. T-Mobile is the runs the mobile internet connection. Now we're using, because home internet works fine too, but it's a lower data rate. So I figured instead of having to worry about that. Now, I can make this text bigger for those of you who are cell phone users, and you probably have asked me cordially if I could make the text bigger so you could see the questions easier, and I did attempt to do that. Me and Lumi tested that on her page, on her test chat yesterday. And so that's why we are going to be excited to see if everybody comes and joins us for our chats today. So right now I don't see any viewers, but then again, I started a few minutes early. So I just wanted to tell you and show you something. For those of you who do not know, actually, do I have to show them? I don't think you have to. It might not hurt, but what Michelle was going to show you is the chat dashboards on her channel to show you that a couple apologies were made that people kept asking about. Yes. Yeah, I will show them that. So let me go to that. And let's go to my Hangouts page. Share. Present to everyone. And I'm going to go over to that page right now. This gets a little bit busy. It takes a while for pages to prepare and load. So, there we go. I'm going to start by going to the screen here. Come on. Why I lose my cursor? Oh, God. There, I got it. Okay. Now, these are the newer questions that came in. And one of the questions, topics that was the biggest topic of all was the issue between my Lumi Finistra and the other Lumi Finistra. And so there was a lot of people that really were confused. And I have done, but you can go always check that video out. It's part of the video called that's a quotation for the video that is the it'll make it easier because it doesn't show. It does, but unfortunately the screen is so sideways right now. Here we go. Okay, now I can see it. All right, so let's do it that way here. We have, so these are what the questions is talking about. It's talking about BCast from 10/28/2017, and one of the pieces of information was given by the latest person from Crazy as F, posted information about updates on the improvements on the YouTube video monetization firmware, and the changes that were made. So people will have an easier time seeing some of the videos that were demonetized initially, maybe automatically remonetized now. They said that what made the algorithm a little more knowledgeable is as every YouTube creator appeals the decision of the bot, it causes the bot to learn with the help of its human overseers, if you want to call them that, to make sure that they don't make that same mistake again. And they said that they expect that over 30% more videos will be monetized from the start, which is a pretty good start. Well, now let's get back to the other one besides that. Right. Now, for those of you who get offended at having your names or your handles on the YouTube chat screen showing in these screens, I'm sorry, but it's okay. These are public questions that you posted. These are not like, I'm not showing private questions. I don't have any right now, but we went through. And let me use the other mouse because the other mouse has a scroll wheel. Michelle, what? Forget the other mouse because, first of all, the way that the other program updates the screen, it would be look like jumpy, jerky, chop suey. Okay. So, like, for example, Out of the Wire asked, maybe there are 2 Lumies and 2 Michelles in one body, and they all are communicating on YouTube. Okay, now that video was related to why is there 2 Lumies, and in fact, let me, I got some clutter on my screen here. I'm going to take this off my screen so I can see this better myself. Got little pop-ups here. So this is from the BCast. You can see why is there 2 Lumies. And the first one I said is not in this body, we only want to each. The other Lumi doesn't have, it's rich with dialogue. The sentences are much more simplified. And then, of course, it goes on. And then Lumi asked a question, which I'm going to get to the end so you can see here. And I said, I call this bullshit. You're not part of me. You're not even on my YouTube page. And I doubt you know my birthday, your birth year. My MicheleMarieDalene knows all of that. So let's do a quick test. What year was I born? When was it? Where was I born? And what year did I die? Where did I live between my birth and death? It was in a prior life. And that Lumi couldn't answer the question. In fact, the answer that that person gave let me go all the way over here. The way this is not organized as far as threads go. And of course I got mad. I said, because the woman kept evading the question, I said, answer the bloody questions Lumi asked you. Stop evading them. According to your own logic, all Lumis have access to all other Lumis' memories. Even I know the answers to my Lumis' questions. And of course, these threads get complicated. And then, of course, the other Lumi said something along the lines of, I gotta find this. This gets really knotted up. Well, you can go into more detail. But what she was said, and this is what she said. She said she was born on February 13th, 1968. Why do you want me to share that? And I responded, and I gave her the bio, which is as follows. She was born in February 11th, 1835 and died on March 11th, 1910. She was born in, I said it wrong. I said Kampi, right. Okay, Kampi, Finland, where there is now a famous shopping mall. Her father was a local grocer. She became a local snow queen in 1870, December 21st. Lumi had no children. She died of old age with no spouse or boyfriend. She, like I, worked in several local taverns washing dishes. Okay, and it goes on. Thus, you have failed the most important test to your authenticity. I was so excited when Michele did that. It's like, and of course, and I couldn't resist but to applaud Michele and to say that is correct. You just destroyed these claims to these little Lumi who did not know. That is really, really awesome, Michele. Did not know the correct information. And then I said, like the Trump Russian fake dossier, the other Lumi is a false, and she cannot save her reputation. And of course, I reminded her that wrong. Michele gave the correct answer. So, it just proves one thing here. But now let's go to the apology business, Michele. I spoke up for Michele, and Michele spoke up for Michele. This person didn't really believe it at first, and then I think he began to realize when I spoke up that indeed Michele is extremely. I mean, you can watch these videos and look at the comments yourself. I just want to point out the ones that Michele. Okay. Yeah. Here's what I said. What exactly is this program? How does this program or meeting come up with topics? Since you claim my Michele Marie is a racist, what are you using for evidence? Have you ever heard of my MicheleMarieDalene ever talk badly about any race, or are you basing it on the often misused term of racist? If we had access to transport, do you allow whites to come to this program to speak on their own behalf? Okay. Sadly, we don't have a National Association of White People, or NAWP. Michele supports the United Negro Fund's goal for better education for all races. She also believes in the civil rights movement to provide the Black community with equal rights and access to all. Yes, BLM is an extension of the civil rights movement of the 1960s. The goal is to bring awareness to the plight and the unfair treatment of the Black community. She believes in Martin Luther King, who, by the way, is also a Republican. Look it up if you don't believe me. Every day I see so many people divided on so many things, yet we all have come together. I gotta scroll something here. There we go. For one inalienable fact, regardless of our skin tone, we all are in this together. We all struggle every day. We all get sick. We all need food and water, and we all want to feel like we're part of something that is good. And I like that comment. That is perfect. That is something that Martin Luther King would have supported 100%. Thanks. All right. So, and he says to Lumi, Lumi and Finisher, you made multiple accounts to support yourself? The picture is clearly you. Anyways, of course, white people are allowed. You are more than free to show up. It's an open dialogue. And then, of course, Lumi explained nicely to him that no, the other Lumi is not me at all. I have no idea who they really are. In addition, she appears to have a racial slant. If you read the comments on this video alone, you would notice that there is a significant difference. As multiple counts suggest, as for multiple accounts to support myself goes, I don't even monetize my videos or have a Patreon page. That is correct. I don't. You don't. Great. Okay. Now, very different. Now, before all the people on YouTube start getting all squirmy, let's go back to your questions page, because I'm sure you guys are going to want to look at the comments. So let's go back to that right now and see if any new chat questions come up. And let's see, are we on the right screen? No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, well, let's get on the right screen. Let's get on the right one. Okay, so it makes it just jump from page to page to page to page to page to page. So far, I don't see any, but okay, we'll select anyway. Okay. So right now we have no questions yet, but we are waiting for your questions. And I figured this would be a good time to answer anything that you have. Me and Lumi will answer as many as we can. We hope that we'll have a fairly productive evening tonight and covering many, many topics of interest. And of course, if no one comes by 7, we'll just end it. Yeah, because if no one comes by 7 o'clock, it's really just ridiculous to sit here. But I'm glad you brought that up about race, because I really would like to know why all these people keep bringing up racial issues. Oh, the questions just disappeared. Oh, yeah, I know. I see. There it goes, updating it. Oh, it's just updating. The basement does nothing to update. I know. Yeah, I know. There's no. It's stupid, but that's the way it works. So let's go to that page myself, so I can let people know. Okay, we are now taking questions. Okay, so I'm just putting a note up. People let them know that we are now taking questions. Okay, so it's kind of jumpy. It is kind of jumpy. Yeah, it is. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. Okay, so yeah, it is a little jumpy for a variety of reasons, but so for now, we wait for your questions. That's the part of the show I hate. It's the waiting. It's the waiting. Gosh, you'd think I would be after doing so many live shows, you think I would be very familiar with the whole process of waiting game. Which, by the way, is a very interesting movie if you ever watch it, The Waiting Game. Although some of the topic of the movie is a little bit extreme. I personally prefer Priscilla Queen of the Desert. I did too, yeah. Because The Waiting Game has to do with the Irish Republican Army and a couple that, a transgender couple that get into an argument but they love each other, but they just kind of have some issues that they resolve just like everybody else does. Unfortunately, Sue wasn't here today. I knocked on her door and her boyfriend said that she wasn't home. I don't know, if she went out or if they got, what the story was. I don't. So, as I said, she's not a paid employee, so I can't force her to come in and say, listen, you're going to work 9 to 5, or you're going to work XYZ hours. It doesn't work that way. No, it does not work that way at all. Nope. And of course, the next thing with this microphone Michelle's wearing is the fact that says she can go grab a soda at a refrigerator, and you would never know if she goes to the refrigerator. Oh, because the fact says you hear me get out of the seat, schlep over to the refrigerator, open the door, so you would know. By the way, speaking of food stuff, Michelle and I are going to try to pick up some Marmite next month. We're gonna see if we can get some and get it delivered and taste it. Now, what I know about the Marmite is really very little. I know that some people say it has a really sharp taste, and some say it's got a savory taste, and some talk about something called umami or something taste, or whatever that is. So, yeah, we don't know what that is. So let's take a look at that. That's a great question. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Let me because I hear that word used a lot on Food Network, and here it is. What does savory mean? Yeah. I love the next question. What does savory taste like? Well, that's kind of a good question. Okay, savory. A food belonging to the category that is salty and spicy rather than sweet. Synonyms are salty, spicy, piquant, and tangy. Morally wholesome or acceptable. Everyone knew it was from less savory operations. Very interesting. Having a pleasant taste or smell, having a spicy or salty quality without being sweet or morally good. Okay, so we know it's salty. Um, um, what's it, Unami? Okay. I heard that word used a couple times too. A category of taste of food, besides sweet, sour, salt, and bitter, corresponding to the flavor of glutamates, especially there's a savory taste is one of 5 basic tastes together with sweetness, sourness, bitterness, and saltiness that has been described as brothy or mealy. That's first of all, it's an interesting word. They use the word umami. It sounds like a Japanese word. It does. Is it? I don't know. Okay, so we don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese or whatever, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not an English or Latin root. No, it's not. I don't really know what umami means. Maybe somebody who is a linguist can give more specifics on the term umami or umani, whatever it is. I keep saying it wrong. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back and look at the questions. Still nothing. No questions. No questions. This is the first live stream that we are allowing you to post websites and the web links. So this would be a great option for you guys to finally do just that. But I do ask that you be respectful of the fact is that people have to, keep up all these messages here. And it might be a little bit problematic if you're going to send out millions of messages repeatedly. If after you say your piece, give us a few minutes to respond. We do read these questions, but don't forget the way YouTube live chats work is that, especially in Google Hangouts, they do have to go through a system. And that results in some very difficult challenges. Right. And also don't forget we're doing this with, the internet and it's going to go through satellites and fiber optic cables, and we have no way to know exactly how this stuff's going to go. So it's just, it's just important to remember that, keep that in mind, that, we are doing our best to provide informative educational thing. By the way, I do agree with Michelle. One thing is I noticed that we have lost another viewer. We're back to 197. Yeah, it fluctuates a lot. I think what happened is I think that a large portion of the people that came here originally thinking that this channel would be a fun target for attacks turned out to be anything but fun. And they realized that, why are they attacking at all? I don't know. It's like, why would you want to attack a channel that doesn't even attack anybody else? Things are just having fun, I guess. The ha-ha game. Ha-ha, ha-ha. I like to have fun. Ha-ha. Something like that. It's like, oh my God, like Michelle's channel is so unusual. But on the other hand, Michelle's channel is doing something fantabulously important. It represents something. It represents, she represents the legally blind. She represents those people with Asperger's. She shows that for those who think about it, that even a person with multiple handicaps can still be a YouTube presence. Even if she's not as exciting as, say, people who blow up things or, put dogs on skateboards or things like that. Michelle's channel is Michelle's channel. And that's what she does. And I know Michelle's proud of her work. I know Michelle's done a fantastic job for a long time. And she's worked hard to take this channel from, as well, with the help of some people. Yeah, I'll give credit where it's due. Yes, some people have definitely helped. This channel go from a 0 to a hero, or at least something less of a 0. Yeah, but I mean they haven't been on really that much lately. One of them hasn't been on lately at all, but she usually comes on these programs at night. They have a hang on. Oh, hi CP. We're just talking about you. We're just going to give thanks to all those people that have helped me and Michelle with this channel, to bring this channel from a 0 to a hero. And you were one of the people. Hey, people of Beast, how you doing today? Yeah, how you doing? I've been seeing you in the chat comments too much lately. Well, you guys are very important to my channel because I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, I know. And you'll see I made the text a bit bigger on the screen, so you should be able to see your questions better. It's we finally were able to. If you look at the comments, you'll notice in the last video about why there's the 2 Lumies, we just destroyed the other Lumi completely because the other Lumi could not even answer the most basic questions about us at all. We need to talk. Okay, we can talk here, or I don't know if we can talk privately because right now we're doing a live chat here, but we can certainly talk here, or you can send me an email later on. We could talk privately that way too, because right now it's kind of hard to, if it's a private talk, it'd be easier to send me email about it. If it's a public talk, you can certainly address your issue, CB. We'll try to answer the questions as best we can. Right. And now, of course, we got to wait for that to go up to the satellites, to all the fiber optic cables, and then basically get out to CP, and then she has to rate it, and then she has to respond to it, and then, of course, what are you doing for Halloween? I'm not doing anything for Halloween. We've done really thinking. If you look, CP, at the latest video about the racism thing, I explained to Bobby Brown, actually Lumi did, that I'm not a racist. I don't even meet the requirements of being a racist because I don't believe in racism. I support the Black community, and I do support the civil rights movement, which Black Lives Matter is an extension of. It certainly is. The Black Lives Matter really just carries on where the 1960s left off. Well, I'm kind of talking to, Michelle's kind of talking to CP right now, but yeah, but I'll certainly answer your question too. We'll try to answer them in order. It's just that the system just goes through a little slower than I like. So anyway, CP, to answer your question, and then I'll get back to people of peace. We are not racist. We don't even meet the requirements of racist. Okay? Okay. That live stream was getting so crazy, CP, that no one could even know what the heck was going on. When you got all those questions coming in so fast and furious, it's not surprising when you have Asperger's and legally blindness. You may get things all screwed up. As I've explained to Bobby, was it Bobby Brown? I think it was Bobby Brown. Was it? I think so. I explained to him that I wasn't trying to be racist at all. And I tried to explain that, and of course, he didn't quite believe me. It wasn't until Lumi pitched in her 2 cents that he kind of realized that I'm not a racist whatsoever, because I do support the United Negro Fund and I support Black Lives Matter. Even if I don't say it outright, I certainly did support the civil rights movement from the 1960s, and I still believe that the two are related strongly. And I still believe that all blacks and all whites and all people who are green of all colors should be given equal rights under the law. And I don't think that's necessarily racism. So, I just would like to know why people would say that somebody who truly believes in all people having equal rights under the law is racist. I have friends that are black. I have friends that are Asian. I have friends that are Latino. I never treat them any differently than I treat my other friends, which are white. I communicate with everybody equally. I talk to them equally as friends, and I respect all their rights. Right. I would like to apologize. Yes, you may certainly do so, people of peace. You may apologize. That might help a little bit, because I was just as confused too. So CP, people of peace is going to explain what was going on so you understand. Okay? Because I'm not a racist, and I never will be a racist. My mother was a racist. I'm not. I did not even support when my mother talked about people of all races. But by the way, warning, the other Lumi is a racist. And that I can tell you. If you read the comments that she has posted on Why Is There Two Lumis video, you'll see that her racism, which is, I mean, not that strong, but there's a racial slant to it. Okay. Well, I'm not a racist channel. Well, first of all, that's kind of unfair, considering the fact, as I said, I'm not a racist, and I CP, and I don't understand how that would affect your channel, since this is your private life and not your academic life. If I was a true outright racist, Nazi, skinhead, Aryan, super race believer, that'd be different. But you would have known that from the very start, which I'm not. Right. Okay, so people of peace, would you please explain before she rings off? Because it sounds like she's already getting ready to ring off. Yeah. So you're saying is that that may be true. That may not be the real CP toy talkers. Again, this is where everything gets so confusing, right? And people of peace, I apologize. I accept your apology, and I'm sure that the other people would, if we understand that what happened. Yeah, I do. I know. I figured that, toy talkers. And I know that CP also, last time they ended around 6:15-ish. So but the most important thing here, and let me agree with me on this, is because there are somebody who's actually trying to divide this channel audience, there's no need to make a video, because a personal apology, and this is a video in its own right, if you think about it. That's why we're talking about it now. It's because I wanted to try to straighten out all of this issue before it gets out of hand. We got several false Lumis. We got probably 1 or 2 false CPs, and maybe a few other people, because I see in my approved channel posters in my moderated videos, I see 2 CP names show up. Now, because I don't know which one's which, because the original CP took off all her personal pictures on her channel, I can't tell who's which CP's original CP. So I have a hard time trying to figure out. So I have to leave both CPs enabled. So, okay, Toy Talker, please do. And tell CP that she's going to need to find out who this other CP is, because if she truly is concerned, as this false CP is, about her reputation, she's definitely going to want to get involved with YouTube and possibly get the help of an attorney and straighten out this mess. Because whoever this other CP is, has the ability to seriously destroy her reputation. No kidding. And no, I'm not the one typing that. No, I know you're not. Look, that's what I'm talking about. The right we have in the Lumi and Michele typing this when I'm not even typing. You can't even hear me typing because I'm not typing. Well, neither one of us are typing. So, yeah, well, Toy Talkers know CP's phone number personally. So if he calls CP and he finds out that you're not on the computer, you got a housefly on the screen. Yeah, I know. It's because it's warm and they know it. So we got the lights on too. So I'm gonna wait for the screen to update now. Oh man. Okay, so don't ask me why it does that. It's not the network. The network's fine. It's just stupid. All right, so CP says, what the hell? This is a real CP. CP, stop spoofing me. All right, guys, look, this is why we need to talk about this, because whoever is doing this to all these people, they're creating divisions that are very difficult to straighten out. Exactly. We need to find out who they are, and we need to find a way to shut them down, because the dishonest, amoral people, and yes, even though Lumi kind of agrees, and the whole situation is just crazy. It's got to stop. So what I want all of you to do is I want you to find your doppelganger and report your doppelganger's channel. Okay? Now, I know it's going to result in a lot of headaches, but let's be honest here. What we're seeing here is even worse, because we have 3 viewers, and we got people are posting. I don't know. This is getting way too crazy. So, all those who know Team YouTube, I want you to send this video to Team YouTube. I want you to explain to Team YouTube what's going on. And I want you to, and I will do my best to try to find out how we can shut the spoofers down. Now, some of you guys say you have the ability to search geotags and VPNs. Please do. Find out the geotag, the location. Not to cause them harm. We don't want to hurt them. I just want you to find out where they're posting from. And based on that information, we might be able to kind of triangulate. Now, right now, I'm posting from Connecticut. But I know that when my T-Mobile hotspot's on, my geotagging tends to say I'm from Massachusetts area. I'm not. But that's just the way the T-Mobile internet works. So, yeah. Well, that's the reason. Okay. Well, the other CB's in Nashville, Tennessee. So again, I'm not trying to start a war between all these people. I don't want to start a war. I'm just trying to say this is getting out of crazy. This is getting a bit crazy. Okay? I mean, why don't you just be honest with who you are instead of trying to spoof people and just talk to us as you really are? I don't care if you're in a wheelchair, you're handicapped, or you're blind. I don't care. I just think it would be better to be honest and to yourself and true to yourself. And this is getting so crazy. I said I said national area. I didn't want to say exactly where. Oh, that's right. You're in Memphis. That's right. She's in Memphis. Yeah, probably. And people will peace or probably will be too. The whole point is that there's actually 3 viewers right now on here. So there's 3 viewers going on the system right now. So well, I can't answer that. I don't have a list of colleges and universities in Nashville, Tennessee, but I'm sure I can find out. My phone says okay, so then why is it that Google Hangouts says 2? Because it doesn't necessarily match. Oh, it doesn't? No. Okay, so it's a good question. You never look at the other questions on the well, let's turn on the Hangouts. Chat list and see if there's any questions. No, there isn't. That's a moderate list anyway. Okay, so right now my Hangouts program set was down to 2. Well, like I said, this is just getting to be the point where I'm not even sure what the hell I'm doing anymore. Because these people have taken this whole channel and has turned it into a giant, confusing. Yeah, that's one reason why the videos are moderated now, except for a few, because then they have different YouTube IDs, which is like their social security numbers. They will be blocked, or I've been manually unblocking the ones that I know are legitimate. But the CP one kind of got confusing because I didn't realize there was 2 CPs. But everybody else that has actual contents on their pages that I can kind of verify and the authenticity makes it easier. Oh, excuse me. Let me answer one thing about that. Yes, I am a witch. I am a sorceress. Okay, which doesn't make me a bad person, despite what you might think. Okay, I am also what's it called? I'm going to call it Christo pagan. Now, if you think that's bad, I'm sorry, but Christianity, is a very complicated faith system when you think about the fact that there's multiple divisions of Christianity in the world. I mean, seriously, you got Coptic Christians, you got Greek Orthodox, you got Russian Orthodox, you got Western Latin Rite, you got Baptists, you got Presbyterians, you got Protestant Lutherans, you got all these other divisions. It doesn't really matter what person's religion is. I don't think that's a match. Well, like I said, this is no, she did not, and you can't even spell. Not this Lumi anyway. No, definitely not me. This So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be honest here, okay? I want to let you guys discuss this amongst yourselves. Because I want to go get some soda in the refrigerator, okay? Because it's getting kind of warm in here. So go ahead and talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes, and we'll go ahead and get some soda here, and then I can come back and we'll see what we can do and try to figure out a solution to that. I don't have the answer. Pain in the neck. It's diet soda. Seriously. Oh. So to answer your question, we're going to answer as many questions as we can. Why does the Hangouts do that on the screen? I don't know. It just does it that way. It's so irritating. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's get back to what I missed. First of all, the thing that bothers me is the fact is that, number one, and like I explained to the gentleman that was got into an argument with me over race, is that I'm not a racist. I think what sucks at the whole race business is the fact is that it's getting way out of hand, considering this country's so divided between people of different races. It doesn't make any sense. It has been going on it's actually been going on since the very beginning. It has. It goes back further than Donald Trump, definitely. What's a sorcerer? That's easy. A sorcerer is one who uses the 5 elementals of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit to make things happen. I'm a weather sorceress. That's what Michele does. She is a person that makes in the North American continent, she maintains winter weather activity. You will notice that if you watch the coronation video from December 21st, 2011, that was Michele was given the crown by Mother Osna as the weather sorceress of the North American continent, Southwest Greenland, and Canada, which also is part of the Atlantic continent, North American continent. All right, so that's what she does. But she's a sorceress who works on ethical ways. She doesn't use sorcery to cause harm, but she uses it to help maintain the weather. Abraham Avranov, 1989, subscribed to my channel. My channel or your channel? I think you might. So if you want to look up sorcery toy talkers, it's easy. There are videos on it. If you look at sorcery, you can even find, even though it's kind of a silly comparison, you can look it up also in the Harry Potter series, like the Sorcerer's Stone and all that. Mother Asna is not a demon, for God's sakes, and neither am I. The other Lumi, however, is the one that has been pushing all this racism crap. And I tell you right now, I've talked to that woman on the computer. She's got a slant of a racist slant, and I don't have that. She's also been teaching schisms and lies that don't even make any spiritual sense whatsoever. Whereas all my stuff is based on facts, based on actual personal experiences. And that's part of the whole problem. So as far as Christopolis, I'm probably not going to be on no news because, first of all, is that the NACP has not even contacted me by phone or email to ask me for the right to interview me for a program. So how in the heaven's name can they legally put a person on the news? I am not a racist demon at all. What the hell is this about racism demon? I'm not a demon, and I'm certainly not a racist. I already said that in Michelle's video. I answered several questions against my other Dublinger. Hey, look, we're trying, okay? The NACP did not contact us. We have been wanting to talk to them, and we've asked them to call us, but they didn't contact. Well, fine, but they still didn't send me an email. They didn't send us any email. They have the right to post it from email. They can even post us U.S. postal mail. They sent us nothing. Nothing. Not a single letter. You got the years wrong. I've been with Michelle since 2011. Actually, we got married in 2011. We actually were dating, sort of, if you consider that, about 2010. Right, February. So the point is that, first of all, how can you determine what is or is not a good or bad entity? It's just like when you talk about demonics. Demonics would destroy Michelle every way. That's what the other Lumi's been trying to do on this channel. And that's just what this a lot of other false people are trying to do on this channel, is destroy this channel. And it's not me, and it's not Michelle. So obviously, we're under attack in a sense by a group, whoever they are, and I don't know what the real names are. I'm not even going to give a name because they probably have. They're just creating these divisions. Well, go ahead. You've been talking to me the whole time. You want to speak with me? That's fine. I'm right here. I've been talking to you the whole time. Sometimes I don't know why in the hell you allow this to get so out of hand. I didn't. You didn't. I don't know who these people are either. Ugh. Sometimes I swear I don't know who these people are either. So we're waiting for Abraham of Runov 1989 to ask his questions. And he's obviously will answer them shortly. But okay, Toy Talk said, how does a person learn sorcery? Well, there is schools for that. There is a few schools. One was being created in Arizona, based on what was originally discussed back at the time of alchemy. Alchemy is part of sorcery. So that's one school in the United States, is in Arizona. It's not accredited, but on the other hand, it is, I think it's in Santa Fe, isn't it? I think it's Santa Fe. Yeah, look for schools of sorcery in Google. That's where I found it. My case, my sorcery is something I've always kind of known how to do. So when I was crowned North American Snow Queen, the additional powers that I needed and the additional skills were presented to me by Mother Asna. But there were skills I already know based on education. Homosexual demon? What the hell? I'm not a homosexual demon. I'm sorry, but your little so-called statement did not work because I'm not a demon. Now, casting on the other Lumi and finished draw has been ghosting me around a lot. You probably might get something out of her, but me, I'm not a demon. No, she's not. I'm not a demon. I've never been a demon. I hate demons because demons do harm to people. They hurt people. Or I don't do that. I never wanted to hurt Michele. You know, so Toy Talker, so I would say is Google sorcery schools. There are several, but they're not exactly, as I said, they're not accredited. So if you're looking for a accredited institution, you probably won't find any, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. There are several programs that are like a correspondence type school. We can learn in the different parts of sorcery. Yeah. Well, first of all, I never could understand why everybody hates Mother Asna so much. They don't. Sylvia Brown didn't hate Mother Asna. Marina Rebecca Messenger doesn't hate Asna. No one really hate Asma. Well, it's true. I never got hurt by Lumi. Lumi's always treated me good. To be honest with you, it's. I mean, like, you may not believe it, but it's true. You guys think just because there's two cohabitants in one body that other one is all necessarily evil. I've actually talked to a priest about Lumi, and the priest said to me, "Is evil? Lumi does not meet the terms of evil because she's not causing harm. That's what she doesn't want to do." Right. And the thing that bothers me is we got a bigger problem right now than my Lumi because we know where my Lumi's from. We know where my Lumi is. It's the rogue Lumi and possibly rogue CP and who might be end up being a rogue somebody else. That's actually is the problem. It's not my Lumi. I know where my Lumi is. I know who my Lumi is. I have lived with her for 6 years. I was Michele's spirit, her spirit guide all the way back when she was a baby, for God's sakes. Absolutely. And that's a long story, but let's not get there. But right now, here's the problem. I agree with Michele on this. We got to find the false doppelgangers, and we got to deal with them. Because that person, whoever there is taking advantage of YouTube's poorly designed human interface that allows them to copy your name perfectly without even a name collision. They might have a different user ID, but the name is the same. So unfortunately, because they have the same name, the same moniker, how in the heck are you supposed to know who's who? You don't. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't go to church because the Baptist, I just didn't, I don't know. I just kind of lost. Oh, but that's another story. I did cover that in the video. Yeah, you did, about the translation of the Mass changed in 2011, how that totally confused you with your hearing and your eyesight issues. Yeah, that's real. That is real. What is the person who casts the spells? I cast the spells, but I work with knowledge of science in addition to sorcery. If you think about it, science and sorcery actually are very kind of similar. Basically, if sorcery uses scientific principles to help make the best thing, is pretty cool. Well, first of all, Abraham, I'm gonna say this once, okay? I don't think you should have the right to judge anybody based on their faith systems that are different than yours. I think that's not fair. And I think that, you really might need to want to seriously re-examine your own life. If you think it's best to try to talk about somebody on the internet you don't even know and sit there and judge that person when you don't even know that person. Now, if you really know that person and you sat down with me, we had a cup of tea, and we had a chance to discuss the issues, that would be different. But you don't even physically know me. No, I'm not a Satanist. It is absolutely crazy what you're saying. In many ways, you're causing the kind of damage that the other Lumi's doing. And the false CP's doing. And that is, they're trying to divide this channel between the good people who've been on this channel for a while now, who have never done anything or seen any harm in each other. Just like the way the demons, and yes, they are out there, and they are trying to destroy the entire world system. Look around what's going on with this country. This country's divided so badly now, at least because part of the country is saying is Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Green Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. One says this one's a racist, this one says this one's a skinhead. It's all a bunch of deception, and that's what they're doing here now. It's getting to the point where this channel here is getting seriously kicked in the teeth because it is probably one of the most ecumenical channels I know of. I mean, I'm saying I'm not the most, but I'm saying I know of. I try to work with all races, all faith systems. No, that's not the case. Absolutely not. I'm really getting tired of this people judging people like you are, Abraham. I don't want to block people. I really don't. I said I wouldn't block people unless they get out of hand. But I'm starting to feel a little bit angry. Maybe this spotless spoofers and trolls are coming because you worship. I don't worship any demons. Alchemists use chemistry, correct? Yes, they do. But they also involve the study also of the sciences. In fact, science is part of alchemy. If you think about it, uses a scientific method that actually comes from alchemy. So yes, chemistry does come from alchemy. We just changed the name of it, that's all. But sorceresses, like in this case, my work, I'm weather sorceress. My work involves knowing meteorology and knowing how the weather systems work, weather patterns. So I spend a lot of time researching weather and weather maps and stuff like that. And since there's a lot of, things in satellites and things like that, we have access to weather information that makes it easy to determine if a spell is going to work or not. If it's going to work, we know it because we can see what the trends show, how they work, when the pressures are right, when the temperatures are right, when the wind speeds are right. And that's where, again, using science in combination with weather sorcery as a weather sorceress makes sense. Right. Exactly. And so as far as Abraham goes, I'm going to get back to him for a second, okay? I am sorry that you feel the way you do about me. And if you don't like it, then just unsubscribe and get the hell out of here. You don't have to stay here. That applies to anybody who doesn't like what this channel represents. If you don't like the channel, then get the hell out. I'm not telling you to stay. I'm telling you is if you don't want to learn or share your knowledge in a good way and not in an injurious way to cause harm, then just get the hell out. We don't have time for this. We got a big problem with all the spoofers. We gotta find them and we gotta shut them down. But unfortunately, it seems that the spoofers already caused enough divisional damage as it is. Toy Talkers, what do you think about what's going on with this channel? I'm asking Toy Talker because I know, and also, was it Justice of Peace, Man of Peace? Spiritual Peace, something, I forget your name, but we'll have to look it up. Same question for you. You've known me for a while. You've been on my channel for a while. You see my channel. You've seen the kind of things my channel covers. I want you to know. I want you to ask you guys both this question. What should we do about the main issue? Which is not if a person is a Christian or a pagan. Well, why don't you go ahead and go on to the other Lumi Finisher's channel and give her an exorcist. She's not my Lumi, and you can tell because her channel is very young. I showed you her link on my last video me and Lumi did. Right. Go to her channel and give her a private message with your exorcism. Oh, bloody heck. Come on, give me a break. Yeah. We know who you are. You're the false one. See, the problem is Abraham, is there's two of us. And the problem is that Lumi that's typing at you is not me. Okay? This is the reason why this is so easy. No, first of all, I'm not even typing, dipshit. Okay? If I was typing, you would certainly have less of an argument. I'm not even typing, and I don't have a silent keyboard. Our keyboard makes lots of noise. See? I click on it. Sorry, it's not a quiet keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Is I can tell when you're running around your little doppelganger mouth. I can also show you else. You guys can see this too. If you click on her name, oh, actually, maybe you can't. Yeah, I think you can. You can? I think so. Yeah. No, you can't. Okay. All right. The point is there's ways you can tell. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Thank you. If we can slow down the list here. Yes, indeed. Allow me to show you to her channel. This is that Lumi's channel. Now I'm going to show you how to change the screen over so you can see it. I will. I'm going to go over there. Okay, let's get over there. Oh, I hate this. Up there. I got it. I gotta go back to my channel so I can show you Lumi's channel. We just clicked on it for you. So let's go to our Hangout so we can get you the right screen page. Okay? Tell you can use the power of technology for good or bad. That sounds definitely like Michelle. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's go to that right now. Let's go back. Let's share this. And here we go. This is the other Lumi Finistro's channel. Okay, now I'm going to give it a few seconds to load. Now notice, if you will, that this channel here is basically, for all intents and purposes, is as empty as a mausoleum. There's nothing in here. Okay? Nothing. Click on her About section. Right there, like I just did. You see, that says she has one subscriber. Description, she says, hello and marry me, everyone. Okay, first of all, it's supposed to be hello and marry meet. That's right. But that's okay. Go on. Hello and marry me, everybody. My name is Lumi Finistra, parentheses 187, closing parentheses. I am the violent and mean Lumi, these infinite Lumis living inside of Michelle. Don't call us multiple personality disorder because it isn't. I am real, and so isn't Lumi and isn't Michelle. Deal with it. First of all, that is a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Bullshit! I smell bullshit! Big time! This person is not real. If you really want to message her and tell her about your exorcism, Abraham, you may certainly do so. How do you message somebody like this? You go to their About page. Okay? And then, I'm going to get some pop-ups here. I want to get rid of my local screen, so let me just do that. Nah, where is it? Here, yep, that one. Okay, so you go to our About page. You see it says send message. If you click send message, Abraham, you can send her all the exorcism you want. Or if enough people click on this thing, which is you can block user, report channel, or report channel icon, report user. Now, at this point, there's no reason to report user. At least I don't think so. But if you do want to do that, that is how you would do it. Okay. Now let's go back to our questions. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to our questions now. Let's go to your channel. Let's go to my channel. Yeah. Let's go to your channel or my channel. Right. Let's go to my Lumi's channel. Okay, so wait, got it right here. Okay, so I'm going to go to, because Lumi has a code, which is very simple. Okay, It's http://www.youtube.com user LUMIFINISTRA. Okay, and you click on that, and that's going to bring you to my Lumi. Did you make a typo? No, it says loading. Okay. All right. So now this is my Lumi's channel. Now, because my Lumi's channel is number one, she is a verified YouTube channel. This is her page. This is my Lumi's page. Now, you go to her about section. Okay. Are you seeing this? They should be. Oh, let's make sure, because you tried that last time, you got into a big twisted knotted mess. Okay. Yes, they are. Okay. You see, it says 33 subscribers, 5,553 views, joined May 30th, 2013. Description: this channel shows the work of Lumi and Finistra, the co-inhabitant of MicheleMarieDalene. I am her twin soul. I typed it wrong. Yeah. Twin soul. You know, like the thing in the ocean? Here I talk about, it does that. Here I talk about the world as I see them. Interests include spiritual issues in everyday life. Michele and I also have our own webpage at http://pinkrose.dhis.org. Now, that Lumi is, honest to God, is bona fide. She's even verified by the people over there at YouTube. So therefore, this Lumi is as genuine as they can be. But the other one and the other one's behavior is what sets her apart. So now I'm going to go back to the other one. Let's go back to your questions, so we can read your questions, because we know they're getting kind of spicy over there. So let's go back to your questions here. And now you see the difference, okay? So now, you made Lumi so you could have someone to talk to. Made me because... Yeah, well, you just did. Yeah, you just did. Well, that's the reason why we got to straighten out this issue. But the good news is, at least we know that YouTube can fix the situation next. There's no reason why YouTube cannot, for example, say, all right, okay, I already have a Lumi and Finistra. You cannot be a second Lumi and Finistra, but you can call yourself Lumi and Finistra 1. You can call yourself Lumi and Finistra 2, 3, 4, whatever. But instead, YouTube is allowing multiple people to have the same username. It's even more confusing, because what's happening is that is meaning that Lumi, my Lumi, is getting Lumi, the other Lumi's messages. In addition, the other Lumi is getting my Lumi's messages. So everybody's getting all twisted, because nobody knows whose Lumi's whose Lumi. Or for that matter, now apparently CP's being spoofed. Right. So this is a serious mess. And someone needs to find a way to elegantly bring it up to the YouTube authorities and ask them to look into the software and find out if there's any way that they can require that the monikers or nicknames must be different, because it creates problems. It's not... We're doing everything we can. I reported it, but I got no response from YouTube about it. Nothing at all. Not a single comment. So that is the reason why I'm finding the situation getting crazy, where I need to start moderating videos, because the people that are creating the problem are also making all the people that are newcomers confused to death. They don't know what's going on either. And I don't see why in the heaven's name YouTube would want this to continue? YouTube, all they have to do is look back at when the channel or the person's web pages were created. Mine is mine's old. Yours is really old. Mine's old. 2010, July. So the point here is, I'm trying to point out is, as long as this situation's going on, as long as these people, whoever they are actually thinking that they're going to go through and allow this behavior to happen, and it is. It's hurting YouTube, it's hurting us. First of all, blame it on lack of... Okay, no, that makes no sense. No, that is totally bullshit. That is totally bullshit. No, kidding. No, because like I said, all you have to do is pop up your little channel tab and you'll see that you are not me. You are not my channel, and you've only existed since October 23rd of 2017. So don't give me that crap and say that you are me, because I'm not you. Got that right. Now, so besides this and the baloney and the false allegations of race that people have been plaguing Michele about, this is really ridiculous. That why in the heaven's name is YouTube allowing this action to continue over and over, day after day? People are wondering why in the hell you can have 2 or 3 people spoofing another person's account, and YouTube doesn't even do anything about it. Because I don't think YouTube really sees the problem. Why? It's creating confusion for everybody else. I'm getting her fucking emails. She's getting her comments. I'm getting her comments. She's getting my comments. When I post something, she gets them. Well, if you're posting comments to Lumi, yeah, she would get them, right? But when she's posting to somebody else, I get them too. So why in the heaven's name is YouTube allowing this to happen? I don't know. All right, so anybody got any suggestions, Sam? How can we fix this? What can we do? You are not me. You are not me. Let me add for sure. You are not me at all. You're causing injury to all the good people in this room, and you are causing injury to all the people in this chat group. You haven't been as bad as some of the others, but you're still causing problems because you will not, and no, you will not. You will not change your moniker, you will not change your name to make sure that people don't get confused. Instead, you went ahead and you duplicated my same change in my name that I changed so they can separate us from you. Now, for the love of Pete, YouTube, you gotta fix this problem. Because this should never be allowed to continue unimpeded. If your person wants that and the person agrees to it, that's different. But nobody gave the other Lumi and Finistra the right to take my name and my picture and use it on her videos. And who knows what the hell else she's saying to the public. And they should be enforcing it. Yes, they should, toy talkers. And somebody should be telling YouTube to get their people in there. If they're so worried about how much money you make on a video, for goddamn sake, and they got their deep mind and smart AI, why can't the AI fix this? Great. Why can't they fix this? They're so worried about money that the problem is that this alone is the kind of thing that could destroy YouTube for everybody. And you shut your asshole, Finistra. Come on. We know better. We know better. YouTube has got to get this software fixed. I agree with Lumi on that, 100%. Because there should not be, I agree with her on this, there should not be any way this can happen without being approved by the other person that is trying to make the same username or the handle of, because it's really a nickname. It's not really, if you really want to know what my handle is a giant long hex string of numbers. Don't get started with me on that one. Don't even go there. That is where I live, yes. Yeah, that's where we live. That's where we live. And yet, you know what the thing is that you guys, I'm talking about the good people on my channel, the ones that have been with me for this long, have had to suffer through this doppelganger crap from the beginning. The ones that were with me before all this started. You all know me and my Lumi. We all know that we are very good people that are kind and loving and generous and have done a lot for people. And ever since somebody found a way to take advantage of a bug in the YouTube algorithm and software, they have come in and they've created all this division and all these splits between all these people. And now when we have all these problems, we can't tell who's who anymore. And that's the problem when you got imposters like that. Good question, Toy Talkers. We'd like to hear that answer ourselves. But I don't think they're going to answer it, though. Be nice if they did. Be nice if they wanted to keep their account. Why don't they just go ahead and just kind of just make the name a little different? Since their channels are obviously different, why don't you just make your name a little different? No one's going to hurt you if you do that. I'm not going to be on TV because I talked to one of the NAACP members and they're not doing any program on it because they understood that there was a mistake. Which I must inform you, Miss Finistra, you are a racist. And if you don't believe me that I say that about that Lumi, go ahead and look at the video why there's two Lumis. And then go look at the comment section when she sent a message to my Lumi about why don't you join the black people. You know what I'm saying? We're nothing against black people, but the way she said it is definitely not what my Lumi would say. I got to pass that it. You know, the thing is that the real Lumi isn't even actually typing. She's drinking a soda with Michele. That's how you can tell us apart. That's true. I don't know about that. Well, I mean, by fake news. I'm real. I mean, that's... I don't know. The point is that this is the kind of thing that's getting ridiculous. Ugh. What an annoying situation. That's not necessarily impossible. Yeah, but it could belong to anybody. Yeah, that could belong to anybody. Is this cord long enough that you can go into the kitchen and let the cats in? You think Rusty wants to go in? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I can look at it too. Almost. Yeah, but it doesn't go out the porch. Let's see. Yeah, what's on the cord? I got it. Pretty good out there. Come on, Russ, hurry up. Come on, I got a cord out of it. That was getting wet. Okay. I know this 25-foot long cord would be useful. And likewise, I can go into the bathroom at the same time. But for modesty's sakes, I would rather unplug the cord before I run into the bathroom. I don't think that would be very much appreciated. Okay. And by the way, we just came in from letting the cat out. Or let in. Rusty was outside the rain. The reason why Sherry was disqualified is because Sherry has no sense of decency and morals. She's as unsavory as you can get. If that's the only reason why you guys are trying to create a spoofing account, because I basically told Sherry that she would not be good qualifications because this would violate the terms of service in addition to the ethics of this channel. It's easy to pause. Oh, well, silky wet cat. Yes. Rusty the cat. Of course, I got the soda center you want to sit. You want to sit there, huh? Okay. That's the printer power supply. Oh, okay, I can put it in the drawer here. Oh, we can get the drawer open. I can get the drawer open. Oh, that drawer's full. Yeah, okay. So like I said, that Sherry violated the terms of service that what my channel is based upon. I don't want to have my channel end up becoming a Howard Stern's channel with lots of raunchy behaviors. Shut up, fake one. Fake, both fakes. If you want to see series Howard Stern's, why don't you go to her own channel? She has one on YouTube, you know. And tell her to talk trash dirty. I'm sure she'll gladly eat the please. No kidding. Michelle and I do not want that. Any other questions? When are you going to get some Marmite? We're going to get some Marmite next week. No, when I get when I get some money, I'll order a jar, and then we'll try it on the channel. What? I thought you had food. No, he does. Well, he's saying he wants some food. Let's get food right there. Yeah. was his was he got fixed. He got as fat as Garfield. I've been trying to keep him on a weight loss program, and I have not done well with it. So it's frustrating enough. Yeah, I agree with that. You guys, the fakers, do have too much time on your hand. You want to go back out again? Oh, sorry. Oh. I don't know why you want to go out in the rain. Well, we're sitting on the porch, actually. All right, come on. Do you think this would be awesome if you had a 50-foot cord, a 50-foot XLR microphone cable? Well, yeah, I can just plug in two standard 25-footers, make a 50. But for most things, I don't think a 50-foot is really necessary. Right, because this looks like it's plenty long. All right. So, all back to channel by the same. Okay. So, like, well, it could be. It could be. Except the only problem is this. Okay. By the way, speaking of joke, the Russian collusion dossier. That's falling apart for them, too. Turns out Hillary Clinton's campaign was the one who financed the whole thing. Go figure. Well, not the whole thing. It turns out that some of the information came from the Russians' own intelligence agents, in which that Steele, a British spy, got some from the FSB, and then they made this false dossier, which the Democrats bought. And they paid them over $12 million for it so far. And the only reason why they stopped was because they realized that they weren't going to get ahead. Because even Robert Mueller is not exactly above the law. In fact, he was going to try to push a false indictment on Paul Manafort because he wanted to try to do everything he could to separate the truth from, especially with Uranium One, which the Democrats are also stuck with. Especially Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Wow. That's the reason I am fine. So but you never answered one question, why you are doing this. Yeah, these still owe me that much. You want to keep the accounts, that's fine. But I do wish that you would make them a little more easily to identify. Ugh. By the way, who's looking forward to seeing a Marmite Taste Challenge? Oh, God. Ever since Michelle has been wanting to try Marmite for years. Finally, she found access to some. Yeah, Because, I mean, is it really as bad as everybody says it is? I mean, so many Americans go, wow. That's a good question. That's also a good question, Toy Talkers. I don't know that either. How would I like to know is since, you know what it is? What? Because the way YouTube now says that originally when everybody was on Google Plus, when YouTubers were on Google Plus, you couldn't have the same email address going to multiple accounts. No, that's not entirely true because you got your Welcome to My World channel, which is used for the your Cable 13 program. Right. But that is the same email address attached to it. Right. But that's an associate channel. I don't know if these other channels were actually associate channels. I think you have to be on YouTube a certain length before you can get associate channels. And what smack was that? Well, point is, first of all, to all the fake accounts, is do you realize that you guys are breaking federal law in the United States? Do you realize that if the Federal Bureau of Investigation ever gotten involved into this situation, that you could find all of your false accounts closed? And in addition to that, you possibly could face imprisonment and or fines. Yes, this is... Smack means to say bad things or to diss a person. Usually by saying some type of false things or lies. Kind of like the smack the Russians were what the Democrats are doing against Donald Trump is smack. To cause disinformation, false truth. Well, first of all, you were never blocked from being on this chat. Okay? You were never blocked as far as being a poster on this channel. You were just said that I didn't want you on the show. I never said that I did not want to hear from you from who you really are. So therefore, in that case, you have made an incorrect assumption thinking that I blocked you because of the fact is that last time I had concerns with you, we got into conversation that just kind of went off the rails in so many ways. I don't know how to explain it, but if you watched the last one when you were on this live stream together, I was truly worried about my cell phone, and yet you just didn't seem to understand that. Well, if you're honest about me, then do us a favor and stop trying to come up with all these background stories and try to come up with all these false accounts. If you want to keep the false accounts, that's fine. But first of all, you also stole videos from other YouTube channels as well. And those channels, if they knew what was going on, would be madder than a bull in a red dye factory. Seriously. No, wait a minute. I'm not ready to move on. What I'm saying is you got to make right what you did that was wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. Amen. You got to make right what you did wrong. So if you want to make things right with these people, majority of them, like you do not know, like CP. Do you know who CP is? Do you ever meet CP? Apparently not. Did you ever meet Toy Talkers? No. Did you ever meet several of the other people in my audience. Have you ever met this Abraham gentleman? Have you met any of these people? What you've done is you created this giant boondoggle that no one knows how to handle. Well, you also got the Lumi Finisher one too, which obviously upsets my Lumi pretty bad. And it's creating a real mess of conversations because they can't tell who's who. If you want to change the name a little bit, at least to be fair, like my Lumi changed her name to Lumi and Minister, and you went ahead and you changed your name to match my Lumi's name. Why didn't you just give your Lumi's Lumi Finistra, and then we would have been okay? Instead, you went ahead and you started creating all these accounts with the same names, and then you stole my picture, which I had to file a copyright trademark lawsuit over because of that reason alone. You know, it would have been a lot easier if you just didn't do that in the beginning. Well, somebody has one, and it's not you, then it's somebody else. Just like there was a MicheleDalene account as well. Yet, the gentleman said that all these accounts seem to be going back to your account. So the question is why? What do you mean, don't listen? I am trying to listen to you. Remember, I'm reading your question. It's taking a few seconds for my response to get to you. Okay, so now we sort of demystified that. Well, then go click on that Lumi Finistra's page and look and find out who she is. And it's certainly not me. Of course, it's not you saying you're not typing. I'm not typing near you, so we know it's not us. We know it's not us. So this whole situation is getting serious. And it's getting to be a really bad way to run a channel. People could seriously get into an argument where somebody could literally get killed. I'm not kidding you. There's a lot of people in this world that can be very angry and very mean and violent. And if somebody takes a comment wrong because a false person says something that the real person never said, that person who finds the real person's page may not know that they're not the same person. And all of a sudden they get a baseball bat to the head. That's not exactly good. And you're just funning, but some people could really seriously get killed by these actions. Okay, whatever. Okay, so now I'm pasting my Lumi center piece, and that's CP, the false CP center piece. But now let's try to figure out what can we do to prevent this from happening in the future. What should we suggest to the YouTube people to make changes to the software to prevent Nicolites? I know IRC does. In most IRC systems, I'll try. But at least you got to change your icon. That's the only thing I'm asking, so that the real CB doesn't get all upset about it. You know, you should change the name at least, or change your logo or something, so people know there's a difference. Okay, because innocent people could seriously get killed here because somebody may not know the difference. No, you're not. Oh my God, False Lemmy is not at 112 Main Street. No. All right. So, anybody got suggestions for YouTube? Because I really think we should bring this video to them and let them chew on it a bit. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that Sherry is also possibly with some other people too. Okay, it's 9:30. Holy shit. Basic duplicating resolution is hard and easily. Yeah, but the question is, why didn't they do that in the beginning, Toy Talkers? Why didn't they do that? Why did they need to do that? And why didn't they? You would think. I mean, because when you go on IRC and you have the most, depending on the IRC setup, they'll tell you if you have a Nick Clyde. If you have a Nick Clyde, they'll tell you got to come up and change your name to match so there won't be confusion. So that's just something that YouTube can fix. But what was the reason for not fixing it? There's got to be a reason that they wasted all the money worrying about monetization and advertising when the biggest problem is it's not even has nothing to do with advertising. They got the DeepMind robot. Why isn't that DeepMind robot actually looking into this? I mean, you would think if you see that there's all these false accounts and they're all newer than the original accounts, and then they should at least send an email to the original accounts and say, "Hey, did you create this account on October 22nd, 2012? Did you create this account on October 23rd, 2017. I mean, they should ask us which account is real. For example, they know my real email address. Why doesn't YouTube go to me, hey, Michelle, did you create a page on October 23rd, 2017? That'd be asking me. They'd be asking Lumi, right? And me, because there was also MicheleDalene. They'd say the same thing. Hey, Michelle, but that's different because that person doesn't have the Marie in their name. So that's one of the reasons why they probably would never contact Michelle, because that's not the same person. I will call you whenever we get done with this program, okay, on Google Hangouts, okay? I will call you after we're done with this program, okay? Okay? Sherry, I will call you at the end of this program. Whenever we end. And already we're running a little longer than we expected. But I want to wait until we get to the end of this because it looks like we have some things here that your little game has demonstrated that YouTube needs to fix. And we need to come up with an answer. Now, what's the best way to solve it for those of us that are long-term accounts? Okay. And we're down to one viewer now. So who is the one viewer? I don't know. I don't know either. Actually, you can call Sherry from here. I can do it from here. I can add her. Oh God. What, is there a problem with that? No, it's just that we can try adding her. So well, we know her real name, right? Yeah, we know her real name. Oh, I got so it has so much revenge. Where's my cursor? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to try to connect to Sherry now. I keep losing my stupid cursor on here. Oh, no. There we go. Jeez, stupid system. All right, so I'm going to invite my Sherry. Let's see. I don't know if I can invite the CP. The problem is I can try. Send an invite is CP. There's two CPs. Yeah, I know. So which one is it? I don't know. She didn't tell me which one. You know Sherry's email address. I do, yeah. So, CP. I'll send an invitation to that one, and I'll send an invitation to Sherry Heaton's Loves page directly. That way I can reach her in both. And if the other CP, the good CP, answers, well, just join us all together. So I sent an invitation for those two to reach us. I'll switch the microphone or the earpiece over, so when they answer, I can just join us in a conversation. And So I sent an invitation out to two different people, and I don't see any responses yet. Nope. So um all right, any questions? Not yet. Where are we? I don't know. All right, so the first question is, how many people are left? So I sent a message to the CP that's saying it's asking me you're gonna call, and I am trying to call you now. Right, where are you answering? Okay, how you doing, people of peace? We kind of figured out who's who, and I want to just take a quick look at this and see whose channel's whose channel. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely not the same person. Don't. It's not. So let's see. Well, the problem is, don't see any way I can actually confirm, deny anything. This is just so irritating because it's like I'm really getting confused. Okay, so we now know about this account as well. So I did send a message to that person, which is Sherry Heaton, apparently. And I did send an invitation to Sherry Heaton, and I don't see any messages from either Sherry or CP. And I don't see anybody here. Okay, so anyway, people, peace. We kind of figured out the situation with all the false accounts, at least in part anyway. Right now, we're waiting for somebody to answer invitation, but right now, nobody's answering the phone. So I don't know what to say about that, but nope, no answers yet. No answers yet. So unless she wants you to call her on the other phone, what? I sent an invitation on this. I know. I don't think I can do a Google Hangouts on the Google Hangouts because the problem is this computer is too old. There's not enough RAM to do that. Okay, well, I'm waiting up. So, okay. Okay, go ahead. What do you want to ask us? People of peace wants to ask us something. And we wait and wait and wait and wait. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Come on. Um, Can you make a phone call on that on this Hangouts? I can add another Hangouts. I think. Oh my God! I don't think I can call. I mean, I did. Uh, I did send her, but I don't see her responding to my invitation either. So let's see. Can you? I'm waiting for him to get back to what his question he wanted to ask. Well, let me ask you something. What? Don't you think it'd be a good time to get some sleep? Yeah, I think today was a little bit better than the other days, but seriously, I think that YouTube does need to work on the Nick Collide thing because, and that's what we were talking about. It's because if they're allowing people to do this, it just creates all kinds of problems and creates a lot of confusion. And like I said, if somebody takes somebody's comment wrong and they don't know it's not that original, the other account, the real account posting the comment, then they get mad and they decide to take out violently against the other person. That's going to cause somebody possibly to get hurt or killed. That's that's really, really, it's very, very disturbing. That we have to remember that these things are not games. They're not fun. They're not right. Exactly. And then it's what's worse is now we have to sit there and we have to chew through all these comments and just to understand who is saying all this stuff. And then we had to sit there and we had to block people and we had to drop people off the channel, and because of this, and the amount of damage that was done to this channel, and it was quite a bit. Most people don't really think about this, but the people who really understand what's going on this channel understand that this is not a kind of channel where we're going to benefit by creating any kind of controversy. This channel is too small to create that kind of controversy. Well, I think you're right about the channel being too small, but I don't think it's necessarily impossible. But on the other hand, as I said, we did send an invitation out to that person, and I want to see what kind of apps I can add to this thing. Oh, let's see. Hangout, Toolbox, Ring Central, Uber Conference. That's it. That's what it offers. Okay. So my point is you can add stuff, but is it worth it? The Ring Central thing, I might consider it, but I already got a phone number and account. No, I only got the phone number and account. You gave it to me. Right, okay, you got the phone number. And the point is that at the same time, is the question that people of peace wanted to ask, he still hasn't answered the question. Right. But I do know that the situation with is something that the people who have larger channels are part of our channel, like CP and Toy Talkers and perhaps a few others, need to kick in and contact YouTube and say, hey, look, you got to help us figure out a way to deal with the creation of false accounts that have the same username as the real accounts. And okay, he never forget back to what it says. You said you were planning on moving a while back ago. Yeah, we did. We did talk about that. But right now the problem is the money or lack of money. We really seriously would like to relocate where there is jobs. That's what Michele said she wanted to do. The thing is that it's going to cost us at least $3,000 to $4,000 just for an in-town move because Michele cannot drive. An out-of-state move is going to cost possibly a little bit more because you got to pay the moving company to move the stuff quite a ways. And plus, we'd also have to travel to the different places to look for the apartments, and they have to pay for hotel rooms and things like that. So it's still up in the air. It's still possible if we had enough resources to do it. Michele has constantly said she wanted to go to Barrow, Alaska. And unfortunately, let's be honest, Barrow doesn't really have very much out there as far as internet service. It's a little slow. But we would still consider moving. But again, we want to go where the jobs are and not just go just somewhere just because we want to get the hell away from here. But it's gotta be a move that's gonna be productive and practical. And let's be honest, Michele, you agree with me on this. Barrow, Alaska may not be such a place. No, I don't. You're right. I think unless you're involved in the petroleum industry, Barrow, Alaska, and the North Slope is really not a practical choice. Fairbanks maybe would have been better because at least it's near the city. A bigger city, you can get jobs and be self-sufficient. Plus, they have at least the more of the normal type of weather and trees and stuff like you see in the Northeast. Unfortunately for us, neither one is affordable. You could go back to college and become a child and youth worker. What exactly is a child and youth worker? If Michele wants to go back to college because she defaulted on student loans, she would have to basically pay for it out of her own pocket. Right, but he didn't answer the question yet. What is a child and youth worker? Good question. Well, a lot of people said that there's a lot of good jobs for us. Since I like science and I like the arts in meteorology and weather studies and history, I might make a good teacher, yeah, because that's what I do on the other side. I'm a teacher. That's why reasons I'm not afraid of being in a classroom setting. But unfortunately enough, I don't have any certification in this and at this time to go teach. And right now, the state of Connecticut is just so shitty, sick. It's just not working for the state of Connecticut right now. It's like going in a tailspin. So if it was going to be going where work is, it would have to be going to places where jobs are starting to booming. Donald Trump has successfully increased the GDP last quarter, increased the GDP in the prior quarter, which surprised a lot of people. That he's made so many changes, positive changes, a 6% GDP versus Barack Obama's meager 1%. It's a pretty big difference. Yeah, definitely. But I'm gonna admit, tonight we had pretty good. We had a 2-hour conversation. I don't know why my phone still says it was 9:30. It's because you accidentally pressed the alarm button. Okay. Well, anyway, 7:57 p.m. So, well, in a way, as I said, I already do teach. This channel here is pretty much what I do is teach and share knowledge with people in the best way I can. So, I guess you could say it's kind of like a remote educational classroom study if you think about what I teach and what Lumi teaches. I just don't charge for my gift, my skills. I just share them with people because people seem to like that. They like the fact that I go out of my way to share my knowledge And some find it useful and some don't. I guess that's common for everybody. But right now, I'm gonna say people of peace. It's just about time to wrap it up because again, I gotta call Sherry Love back, and I said I would try to call her on Hangouts. I did invite her to join this one, but she didn't. So I don't know if she's gonna. I gotta call her on the chat. So but the problem is I don't know how to do that. Well, still keeping this chat separate from that chat, since this computer doesn't have enough memory to really do it. If I had more RAM in this computer, I probably could have run both chats simultaneously. But right now, I'm afraid what I do is the whole thing is going to go pear-shaped, and that's how I don't need that right now. So, everybody's pretty much gone home, it looks like. So, go ahead. You got a minute. Yeah, you got a minute. Actually, technically, you got about exactly. What did you graduate in college? Associates in Computer Programming, 1993. So associates in computer programming in 1993, and of course, right now my degree is useless because all computers have changed so much that nobody wants to have. And personally, my skills in the industry, there's not really too many people who need to know how to deal with MS-DOS or CPM or things like that. Well, I told Sherry tonight. I said to Sherry, I never blocked you from being on this channel. I never said that you couldn't. You know, she was more than welcome to talk on this channel. She was just disinvited from being in my apartment mostly. It didn't mean that she couldn't be on the chat. But she apparently took to mean that I didn't want her to be on the channel and talking through the chat system. I never said that she couldn't. So, and that's the reason why this whole situation is so banged up right now, is because she didn't even think of it, trying just to join us in chat as herself. I never said I wouldn't chat with her. But, she just chose out of her own volition that she thought she'd have to go through all this effort to spoof somebody else. Well, what exactly does a child and youth worker do? You never explained that to me. And I would have to pay for it out of my own pocket because, I don't have any way of getting any financing. I'd have to pay for the whole college courses out of my own pocket. Even a community college could get very expensive. Yes, it could. Even if Michelle could use one of those online schools. I live right next door to a community college. So I don't have to go out there and go to a correspondence school. But I don't even know what a child and youth worker is. I know what a daycare teacher is. Probably could. I don't know if they need a degree for that in Connecticut. I have no idea. But I just don't do too good with kids. I really have a hard time with children because well, younger kids anyway. Older kids, like 7, 8, I do pretty good. But when you get to the really young ones, I just don't do too well with the young ones. The really young ones, below 7. Said Pleasant Vets already. I've also got a minor in business administration as well. It didn't mean no good either. I can't even administer this business right. And I'm talking about my YouTube channel. Yeah, please do, because if you're going to suggest a class or a field of work, you need to know something about it. By the way, for those of you who are watching this after the show is over, we'd love to have you on the show for next week. It's every Sunday. It starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And as you can see from tonight's conversations, they can go quite long and they can be potentially quite spicy. So, if you really do like to be part of that kind of open door atmosphere and you enjoy that being part of this, you want to join us in the chat, all you have to do is have a Gmail account or be registered on YouTube. And you can join us. And it usually runs for about 2 hours from 6 until 8. Sometimes it runs longer like it is right now, and sometimes it runs less, shorter times, depending on the variety of things from busy schedules to how I'm physically feeling. And it would be so much better if they could see us. Yeah? Do you want to switch the camera back to us so they can see us for at least for a little bit? Sure. Just switch this camera back to me and let me. Okay. So let's go to the chat over here. Now, I wanted to switch the camera back to us because we've been looking at the screen all night long. And I think all of our eyeballs probably would enjoy having a chance to see more than just me and the screen, the chat screen. But we'll go back to the chat screen, of course, as we can. But like I said, so if you want to be part of the live stream, it's every Sunday night. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And that would be 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, obviously, 7 p.m. Atlantic. Okay, and if you're in the UK, it's 11 p.m. Atlantic or London time. So yeah, you could be part of the show, and we'd love to have you. And even after the streams are over, you can still love to have you because you can always respond to the comments. Yes, these comments are not moderated on this channel, at least not this video. I don't think so anyway. Well, I'll check to make sure when the video is done if the comments are unmoderated so anybody can leave a message. We just ask that you be respectful of all people and not everybody's going to share your views. So if you do want to learn something and you want to grow spiritually and education-wise and personality-wise, then stick around. Okay? It's that simple. Stick around and learn with us. Grow with us. And so I'm not going to switch back to the chat questions right now. I just want to give your eyeballs a little break because I'm reading the screen all day. I know I've been reading them since I got in here. So let's go back to the chat questions. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's go back to those. Share it again and present to everybody. Okay. A child youth worker can work as a daycare teacher, child services. Now, those are boring. No offense, but of the interesting thing, youth workers work as educational assistant. Right. Okay. People choices almost a teacher. You can work as an educational assistant in a classroom, teach helpers, students, special needs, drugs, addictions, etc. Yeah. Well, that's okay. That makes sense. But if I'm gonna go through that level, much educational requirements, because I have a friend who studied to become a teacher at Eastern State Connecticut University. You might as well just go ahead and go for the complete, premier school teacher. But the problem I've always found is I prefer working in small groups, like one-on-one, because of my Asperger's. So when I do teaching, not only is this kind of these live streams great, it is part of my videos, but what makes it nice is if I had people here in my home, I could share locally the information I do with them. And in small groups, it's easy. But if you're in the school system, you got to deal. I don't care if it's public or private school. You have to deal with larger classroom size. So maybe anywhere from 10 to 25 students average in Connecticut classrooms. Um, that's a lot of work. Teachers do a lot of work. People don't realize it. Your day does not end. When the school bell rings for dismissal. You got obligations to do, such as obviously grading the homework assignments, creating the lesson plans. You have to make sure to have everything put together so that when you come in for the next day for your classes, that you have your subjects as part of your syllabus. It's not like it's just like spur of the moment thing. That's what YouTube videos are nice, because when I do YouTube videos, is if I decide to do a video on, let's see, like I did one on monetization, I did why is there two limits when you would let me. We covered a lot of things. At least I do know a friend who's a teacher, but unfortunately, because she doesn't have a car, she's running into another problem, which is that it's hard for her to get to the public schools that are hiring right now in Connecticut, which right now with all the local town budgets being sliced and diced, it would probably be easy for me to, if I was to go teach in public or private school, if I'd say I had a certification, it would probably be easier for me to go teach in areas of the country where the schools are doing good and the town economy is doing good, because Connecticut statewide it sucks. And the towns, depending on the towns, are just barely over Skid Row, which is kind of scary. Well, I can let it go for another 10, 15 minutes, but, like I said, I don't know how many other people are going to be joining us. And most people have a hard time if you go on too long of a street, because they usually get kind of frustrated. But right now it's not too bad. It's a little cool in here anyway, so the studio light that's on is baking the room and heating it up nicely, because it was getting kind of cold. You want to say anything? I think Michele would be a good teacher as long as the school system would be willing to understand that Michele does not have any way of driving a car. She may have a hard time monitoring a larger classroom. And that's why Michele is saying is that it would make sense because of her eyesight and also because of her Asperger's. Like she said, it's easier to do small groups than to do large groups. Because when you do large groups, what happens is it gets much more complicated. Not only does the course load get higher, because you deal with more people. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, then I sit around for until 8:30. Does anybody else have a question? I see we have 2 viewers, at least according to Google Hangouts app says Mr. or Mrs. is second viewer. Aren't you Catholic? Couldn't you teach a Catholic school as a religious teacher? Probably could. Yeah, I think we would be too. I could probably teach in the CCD classes, but I haven't actually asked the local parish priest if they're looking for people to teach in the CCD catechism classes. But it would be interesting. It would be interesting. It's an idea, but I don't know. Michele has to think about it. Well, that's not a school system. That's just up the street from my house. It's a Catholic broken school. The CCD, I think, is taught in the church in the back hall, isn't it? I think so. I'd have to ask the priest. The religious education people. But since obviously right now we have this channel as a means of reaching out and educating the populace, and that's what we've been doing for 6 years. I have been doing this channel for 6 years. And I did open the channel originally back in July of 2010. But really, this channel has been around for about 6 years. And that's, you can imagine. We are waiting. You can monitor these trolls so you can monitor classroom. I think in some ways classroom might be a little easier because you start to develop kind of a trend of the regulars. It's kind of like the theme song from Cheers, right? Everybody knows your name, right? Teacher knows your name, but he or she knows which person is doing what because the teacher sees that person, interacts with them almost every day. It's true. So we gotta find a way to reach Sherry. We gotta contact Sherry back. So we do that. Could we do it through the cell phone? I suppose I gotta go get my phone. Why don't you do that? Let me just go get my phone, and then let's see if we can get her in here too. If she really is looking for a call, I'll try calling her back. What's that? Yes, remember what was warning? Okay. All right. Let me use the ladies real fast, and then I'll be right out here. Okay. I'm going to try to give Sherry a call real quick. I'll see if I can still look at your comments. I'm going to try calling her now. I haven't called her yet. So let's see if I can find out if... no, let's see. I got to look at my phone book calling my hair. Let's see. S-H-E... Sherry, no. Okay, that's Sherry's number right there. Okay. I'll have to leave the phone by the speaker.
Hi, you have reached Sherry, the jewelry lady. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Sherry. This is Michelle. You asked me to contact you when I'm still doing the video. I decided to try to call you back anyway. Because according to what you said, I think it was you, but I don't know, that said that you were spoofing CP, but I'm not sure. And now he's asking me if I call you back, and I am trying to call you back, but obviously you're not answering. So I just let you know I did call you. Okay? Bye bye. So I see a weather alert. Yeah, let's see. Messages, calendar, phone, severe weather alert, flash warning. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Flash flood warning, National Weather Service, October 29th. Okay, flash flood warning in this area till 12:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Avoid flooded areas, National Weather Service. All right, so I saw it. Now let's get rid of that. Okay, so yeah, I did leave her a message. She's wasn't home apparently. So subscribe, YouTube. So I don't really see anything really majorly exciting. Okay, so yeah, I did contact Sherry, but unfortunately, because of all the trolls from the Justice for Trudy situation from a couple of months ago, I usually have to leave my ringer off my cell phone, which means I never know if it rings. I can try calling her again. Let's see if she answers.
Hi, you have reached Sherry.
No, so okay, so that's that. Pretty much, that's it. And yeah, definitely. So okay. So there's a flash flood warning in effect until 12:15 a.m. So it's your choice. What I'm going to give you is a suggestion to help find a job other than welfare. Oh, I understand her. I understand that. I don't have a problem with that. But right now, tell you what, 21 at night. I started this about a little earlier than I usually do, and it's been a pretty good session overall. I think a lot of you, we did get some successful things done. But obviously, there's lessons to be learned here, and one of the most important ones is that, and I'm going to switch this camera back to me, is that you need to understand that, number one, as far as spoofing goes, it's a bad idea. It really is. It really hurts people. And that's not a good thing. No one wants to hurt anybody. At least I don't anyway. Lumi doesn't want to hurt anybody. But the main issue with spoofing is it does actually kind of border on illegality with the laws of the United States and the United States code, USC code. So it's just a bad idea anyway. Really. It's been a long day. We got a lot covered, and want to say anything? Just to say is that I am very thankful for all the good comments that have come up in the last few videos. And I appreciate that a good portion of people are trying to be respectful and willing to learn new things. And I appreciate that some of them understand that the situation that has been going on in the last few weeks since the 22nd, 23rd has been highly irregular and that it's just been crazy. And Michele is not a racist. Michele has never been a racist person. Michele does not support racism. Michele does not believe in Aryan supremacy. Michele doesn't believe in white supremacy. What Michele believes in is that all people are blessed children of the divine Mother and Father God, and that all people are special and loved by divine Mother and Father God equally. Even the worst, most diabolical people can still be loved by divine Mother and Father God always. And you don't have to do anything special to earn the love. It's given to you 100% free of charge. Don't need to do anything special. You don't have to buy a special pill or box of pills or any of that. Amen. Oh, by the way, one more thing is, like I said, yes, we are going to be getting some Marmite. And I keep saying that because Michelle's been kind of pushing it. It's like, she said that she's always wanted to try it. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to taste good, but, well, hell, we'll find out. We'll find out. And let's see. And no comments. And any chats. And we have no viewers right now. Oh, okay. So no viewers right now. But okay, it's a good time as any to get ready to wrap this up. But guys, thank you very much for watching this video stream. Next week, it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, like Michele says. Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Connecticut goes with a stupid daylight time shit. So when we say Eastern, that means in the wintertime or wintertime, Eastern Daylight Time. And if it's summertime, it means Eastern Standard Time. Just say Eastern Time, you figure it out. Unless, of course, you're in parts of Indiana, we might get a little confused. Right. In that case, you kind of already know how to figure out which one you're on, either Eastern Central Time. It's still a wonderful thing to have all of you here, and I thank you all for coming. And the chat will be open to all to talk to us and share with us and grow with us. And that's what we do. We like to share. We love teaching. We love sharing our knowledge. And that's what we do. And, of course, right now it is time to get ready to get some sleep. So, I mean, everybody wants to go home and eat dinner. I haven't eaten yet. No, we're hungry. We're hungry. I haven't eaten. We eat a bowl of cereal 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up. We slept for a few hours after 6, and I got up at 3 in the afternoon. And guess what? Now we're up, and now we gotta eat something because I'm getting kind of peckish, really. And I'm glad you fixed the focus as good as it did. Well, that was a challenge. No, I'm kidding. Well, that was a challenge. All right. So anyway, the point is that we'll see you next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So until then, you'll see my videos every day. I always do. And we're going to be talking in the comment section, won't we? Are we going to ever return to unmoderated full time? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.